So I want to share, firstly, why I chose this topic is because I wanted something that everyone can relate to. And I think happiness is definitely something that everyone strives for, right? And given the current situation that we all are in right now, I think it's become all the more important for us to start thinking about our well-being. So in this session today, I'm not going to, give you some formula or mantra to be happy, right? I'm just going to talk about a few basic things that we all may know about it, but don't necessarily, put that into practice, right? So I hope this helps you some way or the other, or at least leaves you with a thought that, you should start looking out for your well-being, and if you haven't thought about it already. So yes, so moving on with my topic, happiness, as it's a session that we're going to talk about it, I want to begin this session with a small activity here. And for that, I would request all the panelists to please unmute yourself, or, switch your cameras on, because I need a face to, in order to conduct this activity, and you all are the chosen ones. So if you all can please, switch on the camera. Shishna, once everyone has switched it on, let me know so that I can move ahead.
We have most of them on, Jenny. I think you could go ahead. Let's go ahead.
Great. So the activity is nothing but it is called laughter yoga. Right? Sorry. It's called laughter yoga. Have we heard about it?
Yeah.
What is it?
I've seen it in the park.
Yeah, generally the older generation, because we have seen them laughing to glory.
We had a park in front of our house. We used to hear people laugh every day.
That's right. So that's exactly what we're going to do here. And the reason I chose this activity is because I've tried it out for a couple of times, because I was getting stressed with a lot of things recently. And trust me, it works at least for some times to release all your stress. So I would request the panelists to please try and mimic what you see on the screen, so that it becomes a little more fun, right? So if there would be times where you would not feel like laughing, but that's the time you should laugh it out even louder. Okay. So laughing yoga is nothing but laughing just for no reason. So let's begin doing that. Okay. So just to give you a start, I'll play this video and see how it goes. Great. That was a lot of fun. I hope you all enjoyed it. What did you all feel?
Yeah, absolutely. We laughed looking at them.
That's right.
So we have some comments as well. So
a lot of smileys behind me.
Great. And the reason I also, chose this activity is because I truly believe that the first step to be happy is to get a smile on your face and to, get that laughter. So I hope you all enjoyed it. And, I would recommend that you do try it out when you're feeling stressed. At least for sometimes it will help you release all your stress. So yeah, with that, let me move on. And that gets me to my next question. What makes us happy? So let's try to hear from you this time. What makes you happy? So please feel free to use in the chat box to, let me know. Shushubna, if you could help me.
Football.
Okay.
There's hiking somewhere, eating and writing about food. Writing, I'm guessing it's Tahir. Food, good music, gardening, There's half a day leave. Now,
Big
even football and books, food, gardening. I think food is a lot of it. Reading a good story, cricket, work from office, football. I think it's traveling, long drive, driving, cricket, movies, music, money, music and party, laughter, yoga, work hard, earn well, go to Thailand, visit Buddha temples, repeat every 6 months, Goa, somebody's daughter, peace, travel, binge watching. A lot of us do. Travel and clubbing.
Yeah. What did you mean? Somebody's daughter, Sushma?
Somebody mentioned it was daughter.
So somebody from the panelist, if you can help me understand, maybe anyone.
Going back to office
Going back to office, yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure.
was a good one.
I know, definitely. I mean, we are getting so fed up sitting at home, and we are all looking out to, just step out of the house. If it's okay to even go to office, I think, we end up working more when we are at home. I have never worked in my life that much, but yeah, work from home definitely got me working a lot. So here are a few things that definitely, makes me happy. All right. So good food is definitely something that I like. All right, and my presentation is getting stuck. Yeah, good food, and spending time with my friends and partying is definitely something that I really miss. And of course, vacation. And I'm sure everyone would agree that we all need this right now. Right? We're so fed up again sitting at home. Right? So yeah. Anyways, so the point I want to make here is, there are many things that makes us happy in life. Right? You may enjoy a good meal, or have great fun at a party, or enjoy a vacation, but I think it's important for us to understand that these are pleasure and fun of life, and may not necessarily mean that it's happiness always, right? Because these are temporary moments, and if you depend on these factors to be happy, you may have to wait for these events to happen, and it does not happen every day or every moment. And given the situation that we are in, it's looking all the more far for us to go to our favorite restaurant or party in the club or go on a vacation. So the thought I want to leave you here is that these are pleasure and fun of life. But to happiness, there is more, right? There is more to happiness, which we will talk about as we progress in this session. So yeah, with that, I would like to move on to my next question. What is happiness? Right? If you ask people, what is happiness and what does it mean to them, you may probably receive many different answers to your questions. Some would say happiness would simply mean, being wealthy. Others would say for them, happiness means being healthy. I'm definitely one of them who believe that, if you want to be happy, health is the first factor. We also have people who believe having a lot of friends makes them happy, or having a great job or achieving certain goals in life make them happy, right? So different people interpret this word in different ways. If I have to say, I have also come across people who believe that if they achieve certain or fulfill certain goals in life, that will give them a great sense of achievement and contentment in life. But I don't think it's always true, because as human, we often get our wishes fulfilled and immediately move on to the next one without even enjoying the success or of the previous achievement. So in short, I want to say that different people interpret this word in different ways, and there is no fixed definition of happiness, right? So just to give you a little more example of how people interpret this word in different way. I have a few team members from the Canada teams whom I've asked them to describe happiness, and here it goes. So Omar from Canada scale team, for him happiness simply means masala biryani and thumbs up. And Monjo from my team think the word weekend gets him great joy, and every Friday he's certainly very happy. So I can definitely relate to his definition of happiness. So we have Usha again from the scale team, who believes happiness is simply, getting smile on your face always. And I have a team member from my team, Shuvadeep, who thinks partying with friends would make him happy. So as we see, different people, for different people, this word means, differently. And I think happiness is something which is a constant process of life, which should always be, and we should always strive for it, right? It is something that comes and goes. And, one negative thought and it takes over your mind and it's all gone. So, but does not mean that we do not put, enough effort to be happy. It's a constant process, as I mentioned, and we have to constantly strive for happiness. So with that, as I said, there's more to happiness, and here is what, which gets me to my next topic, which is called inner peace. Sorry, my presentation. Yeah. So inner peace. I think this is the most important factor or aspect of happiness. If you want to be happy, this is definitely something that we need to make peace within ourselves. But if I have to ask you, what are the few things that comes to your mind when you think about this word inner peace?
Kung Fu Panda. Shifu.
Yes, definitely. That is, I think I've heard so many people say that. And I think this is where even I got introduced to the word and I started paying attention to it. So yeah, that is definitely the first thing that comes to my mind. What are the other things that comes to your mind?
Meditation, yoga.
Correct. Yes, definitely. Meditation and yoga definitely, definitely they are the things that comes in our mind. But what comes to my mind next is Dalai Lama. Somewhere I feel that this man has got a lot to do with inner peace. And it is now that I understood that he's written a book also on that. And yes, the third thing that comes to my mind definitely is meditation. I think it's a great way to experience inner peace if you all, practice this on a regular basis. But if I have to explain, inner peace in the most simplest way or in the simple words, it would simply mean no waste of time, energy, and attention on meaningless and, unimportant thoughts. So what I mean to say by this is, our mind is like a room full of junk. There is no space and you can hardly move around. So just to give you an example, of what is the state of our minds and what are the different things that goes on our mind and how we can deal with it, I want to show you a small video which is called the worry tree. All right. It would be nice if you could, make 2 or 3 pointers that you would like to take away from this video. And we can discuss this after watching this. Right? So here it is.
Why hasn't she texted me back? What did I do? There's no way I have enough time to be ready for that. Why hasn't she texted me back? I should work all day Saturday, but it's match day. They'll get mad at me. I don't want to let the team down. Why hasn't she texted me back? All day Saturday. There's no way I have enough time to be ready for that. I can't deal with this. I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. I can't get out of here. Someone help me. Who are you? Silly question. I'm you. What? You've backed yourself into a corner. Too many worries. I can't stop it. No, we've all got worries, but you can help yourself and get the worries out of your head. They're thoughts. I can't just get them out. Yeah, you can. You need to write them down, look at them on paper, and see what you can do to stop them stressing you out. You need to deal with them one at a time. Otherwise, you end up here, stuck like we are, where you can't see the street from the walls. Take one of your thoughts. She hasn't texted me back. Is she mad with me? Can you do anything about that? No, not really. Then you need to let it go. She'll text when she's ready. Think about something else. The exam next week. I'm gonna mess it up. Can you do something about it? I could go home and study. So, you need to study. Preferably now. And how are you going to do that? Go home, stay in tonight, miss the match tomorrow. Boom! There we are. A way out. But the lads will be angry with me if I don't turn up. Can you do anything about it? I could phone Sanj and explain. No time like the present. Hey, it's me. Listen, I have to study tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to miss the match. Oh, great. Yeah, I'll be back next week. So, was he upset? No, he totally understood. They have an extra sub lined up anyway. All these worries, they're just in your head, and you need to catch them before they get on top of you. Work out if you can do anything to calm them. Just make a note and process them later in the day when you have a quiet moment. And if you know you're going to do that, you'll see how easy it is to refocus your mind.
So yeah. So as we see, from this video that a mind goes through a lot. So if I have to ask you, what are the few takeaways or what have you learned from this video? Please feel free again to use the chat box, or someone from the panelists can, just give me 2 or 3 pointers that can be a takeaway.
Jenny. So empty your mind, one step at a time, one punch at a time, one round at a time. Like Rocky Balboa, stay focused and finished, one issue at a time, right?
Yeah.
So
True.
pace whatever people did get to hear, it eased some of their minds. So
Yeah.
let go of what cannot be changed, break down the complexities and simplify them. Make it simple, just call them barriers break when people talk. So yeah, we were breathing, taking a moment. Anybody from the panelists, anything that you'd like to share? Viral, Chandru, initiate.
Live in the moment instead of worrying about tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah,
Tanya?
worrying about anything doesn't get you anything, right?
True.
You got to act on things. It's possible. Great video, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure, everyone relates to this. All of us must have been through this once, at least in our lifetime, right? So yes, the most important thing about this video is if you want to experience inner peace, you have to empty your minds. Okay, I think that is the first step to experience it. Our mind is, like a computer with so many tabs open in it, right? What happens when there are so many tabs open? The computer becomes slow, and there are chances.
Crashes sometimes.
Correct. So there are chances that it may crash sometimes. So as we learned in this video that, if something is worrying you, you need to, prioritize what are the things that worries you, and maybe take one thing at a time and try to resolve it and try to close all these tabs which is going on in our head. Our mind is always filled of thoughts, fears, worries, and endless thinking, right? It's always in the sense of, in the state of tension and stress. There are so many thoughts jumping from one thought to another, like a butterfly maybe hopping from one flower to another. So the point I want to make here is, to experience inner peace, the first thing that we need to do is empty our minds, and that would be the first step. Of course, there are many things that you can do, like meditation and things like that, but those are the later things that you can do. But if you want to truly be happy, apart from all the external factors that we, rely on to make ourselves happy, this is something that we should definitely, look forward for. And I think it's apt in this given situation where these external factors like party, vacation, and enjoying a good meal in a restaurant is something we do not have it right now. We are already adjusting to the new normal. So what is it that we're doing now to keep ourselves happy is the question. So I would like to understand from few of you, what is it that you do right now to keep yourselves happy, given the situation that we are in right now? Someone from the panelist, or if you can type in your comments also.
What do we do to keep ourselves happy, right, Jennifer?
At this moment, where we do not have parties to attend, and going on a vacation definitely seems very far. So what are the things that we do to keep ourselves happy right now?
I see a couple of responses. Accept the situation, enjoy your own company, read books, take new hobbies, brownies. I think time to bake.
Yes.
I think in the ideal world, can you do anything about it? yes or no was apt. Right now, should you do anything about anything? You shouldn't do anything, actually. Right? I think you should find ways in the new normal to find peace, and I think there are a lot of things that we can do currently. There's a lot of family time. There's a lot of inner peace that you can find within yourself, and there's a lot of work that we can accomplish. Yes, of course, the new world. Everybody are saying there's a lot of work, but I think there's a lot that you can accomplish as well. So, yeah, just make this like an opportunity and probably convert it positively than thinking or worrying about it is what I would say.
Yeah,
That's right. So,
absolutely. I
yeah,
think we've always been cribbing about time, lack of time. And now that we have time, I think we should definitely utilize it to the best.
true.
Padma, positive is not the right word to use right now, so you can't stay positive.
Why we can't stay positive?
No, at this moment I'm saying.
Okay.
Netflix and dancing. Yeah. Oh, Padma saying that stay positive. Yeah, you should always stay positive.
No, I'm referring to the current moment with COVID being positive.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Yeah, definitely. We don't
Please
want
be
that.
negative.
Yeah.
Everybody stays negative. That is.
So yeah, just to conclude this topic in a piece of, it's a very vast topic, and the more you learn about it, it only gets deep, which I'm sure we can't talk about it right now. But if you are interested, in learning more about inner peace, there are so many articles that you can find online, and that should definitely help you to find your inner peace and overall be happy in life. Okay. So on that note, I would like to move on to my next, thing that helps us understand how being happy can help you improve your life overall, right? Now, there are so many researchers that believe that happiness and health goes, hand in hand. While there are many researchers still trying to untangle a lot of things or the benefits that can still help us, to be after being happy, but here are a few things which are proven facts, that I want to share with you today. Like by just being happy, you can just, improve your heart health, and it improves, it helps you lower the risk of heart diseases to a great extent. And definitely immunity, it simply, makes your immunity system strong. So I'm sure that there's a lot that we are doing these days to, get our immunity system uh, boosted, right? I remember I'm doing a lot like Nimbu, I don't know, Kara, whatnot. But I think happiness is definitely something that we can include in our daily routine, and that will help you, boost your immunity system. And I also believe that, if you are a happy person, you would always try to indulge yourself in, a lot of things like a physical or a mental activity that will keep you busy and things like that, which overall helps you to live a healthier lifestyle, because maybe you will take up, a healthy sleeping habit or healthy eating habits, or, exercising. So a happier a person tries to do all these things, which I'm sure, most of us don't. If you ask me, I am not doing it, but I'm still happy. But yeah, that is definitely something in my mind that I need to start doing it. So yeah, what I mean by, happiness can reduce pain is because it gives you an ability, or to fight infection and diseases in more effectively. And I think happier people have greater perspective to look at things and accept new thoughts, which eventually helps them, experience lower pain. And by following all these things, obviously it will help us increase our life longevity. And because doing all these things, you will go for a regular checkup and things like that, so that can help you live longer. So I hope, this gives you enough motivation to choose happiness as, one of the daily routine, and get benefited for all these by all these benefits that we have. Okay. So with that, I would like to, conclude my topic happiness today by maybe just giving you some, tips on how, what are the few things that you can do to keep yourself happy. Well, there is a lot that we can do, to keep ourselves happy. But here are a few things that definitely make sense to me. Right, as Padma rightly said, staying positive, in this situation, our mindset should be positive, not COVID, right? So that is the first thing. I think we should build a positive mindset so that we accept things coming our way, with whole heart. Because if you're not positive, or if you do not accept things coming your way, there'll always be some kind of dissatisfaction and things like that. And one of the next thing that I really believe it's important for us to do right now is celebrating little victories. I think life is full of ups and downs, right? But in between that, there is many little victories that somewhere we human forget to, celebrate. I think in this given situation, since we do not have, many opportunities, I think we should find ways to celebrate these little wins. I have started doing that. And it's not, I do not mean celebrating little victories as like partying or things like that, or, drinking or smoking. It's just, it can be as a little as, suppose the target for my day was 2.5 to close the day on a 2.5 pitch per day. But as a team, we ended up on a 3 pitch per day. So that definitely gives me happy. And these are some small examples that, we can use to celebrate these little victories. And definitely the next thing I want to talk about is work-life balance. All right, it has become the most important things, especially, in this situation where we're working from home. I remember, ending up sitting in front of the system for hours, right, without even taking a break. But I have started making a conscious effort now to get up every hour, maybe play with my dog, run around, so that I have some activities. And I've taken up few, hobbies as well to keep my mind away from only work, because sometimes work is the only thing that goes on in your head. So I think finding the work-life balance has become extremely important. And yes, as we will mention, living in the moment is definitely, one of the most important things, because our mind is always filled with, uh, worries about the past or the future, what will happen. But in that bargain, we forget to, live in the moment. I think if we practice gratitude for every breath that we take, that's when you will understand, inner peace and the way to live happy. And of course, hanging out with happy people, would definitely help you to be happy. And finally, keep smiling. As I said, it's the first step to be happy is getting a smile. And I've also learned something, lately, that if you smile, it somehow, releases all the stress for some time. Obviously, when you smile, if you try it out, if you're stressed, just smile it out. You will see that, some negative thought gets neutralized. So with that, friends, I would like to conclude my topic. And I know, this topic is something that everyone would, do it differently. But here was my take on happiness. And I hope this helps you some way or the other. As I mentioned, at least it has left you with a thought to start thinking about your well-being. Thank you guys for being such a great audience.
Wonderful. Thank you
Thanks, Jenny.
so much, Jenny. I think it's wonderful, and all of us having been here in today's session at these times, right? Staying positive, yes, important. At the same time, as you rightly pointed out, being happy, finding little victories in everything that we do. Inner peace, I think Kung Fu Panda or not, Dalai Lama or not, Jaggi Vasudev, so many people that we get to see, listen to, and listen to them day in and day out. But practicing is one of the most important and key factors for us to maintain that sustainability. So thank you so much, Jenny. Wonderful session, and we will try to adopt as much as we can and retain that every day.
Thank you, Shushubna. Thank you for all your
Thanks, Jenny.